TOTS De Ketelaere, which hopefully I am pronouncing that right. For the sake of the video, when we get into the gameplay, I'm just going to call him Charles just because it makes it so much easier. But hopefully that pronunciation was somewhat close. Now, born in 2001, which makes him 21 years old, I believe. 6'4", high work rate. He's a left footer with 4-star. Now, you look at this card, and this man can play literally anywhere. Now, we are going to try him out as a striker to start, and what we're going to do, game 1 with a striker, we're going to play him at striker with an engine game 1, and in game 2, we're going to chuck him on an anchor, and we're going to be playing him as a defensive-minded box-to-box centre mid, so you can test him out in 2 separate games and see what he's working with. He is very fast with 92 pace, his shooting is very good as well, passing absolutely ridiculous, dribbling as well, very good, despite the 85 balance. That is why the engine boost does make sense. Puts him up to 97 agility and that plus 10 balance from 85 to 95. Also goes from 95 dribbling and up to 99 defensively. He's got some great heading accuracy and great awareness. His interception, stand tackle and slide tackle's not quite there to be played as a CDM. So if you were to play him in the midfield, you'd want to play him as an attacking minded box-to-box type of centre mid. I'm going to be playing him as a box-to-box centre mid on stay back, so he will be playing a bit defensive, which is why we are going to try him out with an anchor chemistry style in game 2. Physical wise, he's got 90 strength, 99 stamina, and another reason I wouldn't play him too defensively is he has only got 72 aggression. But he looks very versatile, striker, cam, box-to-box centre mid, defensive-minded centre mid, or an attacking-minded centre mid. He's got the flair trait as well. This card looks very fun. If you head on over to Footbin, with an engine he goes to a 93 striker, but a 96 rated cam. If you were to chuck a anchor on him, which as I said is what we'll be using in game 2, he goes to a 93 rated centre mid, and most importantly gets that plus 10 stand tackle, plus 10 slide tackle as well. So 90 standing tackle and 10 sliding tackle is a lot more better looking than 80 stand tackle and 70 free sliding tackle. So let's try him out with an engine in game 1 as a striker. Now this is how we're going to play in game. Doku is simply just used for links, so we're going to sub on Rodrigo straight away. The Real Madrid showdown card, we're going to be subbing on Rodrigo at left striker. So let's try him out at right striker. I like playing my lefties on the right side, so you can kind of come in, go across goal, or finesse it to the left. Obviously, if you are someone that does go near post often, then you'd want to play him on the left side. But let's give him a run at striker for game number 1, boys. Go on, first impressions, bro, he moves good for a 6'4" player. We do get tackled, he kind of wins it back there. My opponent put the controller down, so we decided to just run straight forward in case he was giving me a goal. I don't even know what was happening there. But he feels kind of good, like first impressions, feels relatively nice for a 6'4" bloke. Go on, look at that run. Absolutely beautiful. He's got his 4-star as well, so if necessary, you know what, let's just give it into the box. Ronaldinho can't quite get forward fast enough and run into that ball, but a very nice run with him. He's got the strength as well. When someone kind of like puts pressure on him or tries to win the ball back, he's got that physical strength. He's got, what, 90 strength or something like that to be able to back him up, which can be very helpful. Oh, look at that run. He's at, oh my days, that's ridiculous. Get that pass through. You know what, my opponent needed 3 players on him to try and get that ball back. I don't know how he kept it in play for so long. That is ridiculous. That is absolutely phenomenal. The run, the 4-star skill move to turn his body around, and that finesse shot. Boys, 1-1, we're back in the game. Absolutely outrageously good goal. We love that. Go on, look at that, he's making that run again. You know what, should we try it again? Nah, my opponent predicted it that time. He said he's not going to let me do it again to him, is he? That was a very good goal, by the way. The ball control, the turn, the speed, the run. I mean, he's high work rates as well, so he'll be all over the place. He'll drop back to help defensively, but he'll also always be there and reliable in attack, which is very nice. If you're playing him striker, preferably you'd want high medium, but high, you know, you can't really complain with high. To Rodrigo. Look at him getting forward a little bit now as well. Touch. We try to get that touch and that finish through, which is unlucky. Just a little bit slow. We do get tackled, which there's nothing you can do about. Go on at full stall, no Charles. Good link up. Rodrigo with a poor pass. We're trying to play 1-2 here, but my opponent is reading it very well. He's bringing his centre-backs out at the exact right time, so I can't get that 1-2 through. My opponent's like, if I had to guess, at least a 16, 18 win player. He's a very good player. Right, now, although we walked away with an outlet game, he scored a pretty nice goal from nothing as well. Now, we are going to apply the anchor on him, which obviously gives him that defending boost. Still gives him that pace boost, but it gives him that physical boost as well, more specifically, that aggression boost. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to have our super subs ready. Now, what we are going to do in game, we are going to move him down to a right centre mid on stay back whilst attacking. We're going to sub off De Bruyne and Doku for Thierry Henry and Rodrigo, who's my usual striker partnership. So let's try him out with an anchor as a defensive-minded central midfielder. Now, my overall review on the first game with him as a striker, I liked him quite a lot. We didn't have too much opportunities to score with him because my opponent was a very good player and a very good defender, so we didn't have too much opportunities with him. But when we did give our opportunity, a lovely skill move, a lovely finesse shot, great shooting animation. I really enjoyed his work rates as well. Let's try him out as a centre mid. Game number 2. Let's have a look at the team. It's a full Premier League side with a couple Bundesliga lads in there. Looks like he'll be changing from that 5-back formation in game. Right, now let's make these super subs. Let's sub on Rodrigo at right striker, and let's sub on Thierry Henry, or Rodrigo at left striker, Thierry Henry on right striker. In game, this is how we line up. On Charles, mate. See how that ball control in midfield. Up to Patrick. He's got some nice ball control about him. Obviously, like, what, 98 ball control, something like that. As you can see, he's getting back into the right centre mid position. My opponent is playing so much players back right now, isn't he? There you go. 1-1 apiece. Come on, Charles, keep going. We need that pace and strength return. Up to Vieira. Now that pass I already knew as soon as I took it. We're lucky my opponent fucked it up as well. But as soon as I made that pass, I knew that it was going to get intercepted. That was more my fault. Let's cross a pitch with it. We're under a bit of pressure. Lovely cross of a pitch. That goes under long passing and a little bit of crossing. Because that was technically a lob through ball I used to switch the sides of the pitch.
Definitely look as though they want to make this move count. He takes aim.
I'm not gonna lie, boys. I'm not gonna lie. For a split second, I kind of thought maybe it was gonna squeeze its way in. Nice 4-star skill move into a pass. Patrick Vieira, man. I'm not gonna lie, boys. He's been doing better than Patrick Vieira this game. I'll tell you that much. When he gets the ball, brilliant passes. Passing is so responsive. And I say responsive, I mean accurate. Like you pass it. Fuck, didn't mean to do that. But you like pass it and it goes where you want it quickly. It feels really smooth, if that makes sense, you know? Dude, Vieira again, bro. Vieira is stinking up the pitch. You know what I think it is, actually? Go on, if we can score this, that would be massive. No, we can't. Is because once I've got two big guys in the midfield, Vieira and Charles, both 6'4", I don't have that smaller, agile dude to work with. I've got Nkunku at left centre mid, but he's on get forward. So I'm going to make a super sub, and I'm going to sub on Thiago for Patrick Vieira. Alright, because I just feel like you need that balance in the midfield. And if you guys are watching this, depending on your current midfield is where I'd play him. If you've already got a big CDM in your midfield, like a Vieira or something like that, I personally wouldn't play him next to him, because you do not have that option of a smaller dude. If you've got a midfield with an average height of like 5'9", chuck him in there, he'll be absolutely brilliant. Because you need someone to be able to win the headers in the midfield, but you don't need more than one, because you're kind of in a position, you've got two heavier guys. So I think me subbing on Thiago for Patrick Vieira will just complement Charles a lot more. Like, yeah, we're going to do that now, actually. We're going to do that now. So what we're going to do, we're going to sub off Vieira. Actually, no, you know what? We'll move Vieira down to centre-back, because Vieira is ridiculously good. And we're going to sub on Thiago here, just so I've got that option. I've got that small, agile, great agility Thiago, whilst I've got this Charles, who's a bigger type of guy. Just, I want that balance in my midfield. On Charles, get it up. Nice. Boys, we're under pressure here. We're 2 goals up with 10 minutes to go, but my opponent is all over me. Charles with a high work rate. I see Thierry Henry making that run. Thierry Henry, back post, win it in the air. What a goal. What a brilliant goal. That is absolutely beautiful. Is my opponent. That was an absolutely phenomenal counter-attack. And although Charles did not get an assist for that, that pass was absolutely key down to Thierry Henry. Just like that, we're in our third, and then boom. One pass from Charles, and then boom, straight down to Thierry Henry, into the box. What a goal. 4-1 win. This card can do anything. He's Mr. Versatile. Play him centre mid or CDM if you want with an anchor. Play him cam or striker with an engine. He can score, he can pass, he can tackle, he can win headers. Very good card. So heading on over to the pros and cons. For the chemistry style, we've gone for an engine / anchor, depending on the role you will be playing him in. We've gone for pros. It's a relatively long list, but just to, clarify it, or just to, sum it up, we'll go work rates, pace, shooting, passing, and that ball control was absolutely fabulous as well. He did win a lot of headers in the air when you are defensive. Now, the two cons is the body type and 72 aggression, which is, funny enough, the exact same two cons I gave Vanaken, who there's a review on Vanaken on the channel as well if you want to check that out. The other Belgian League TOTS, who's 6'5" midfielder. Now, I think this card here, he's an interesting one. He's a great striker. You guys saw that in the first game. It was a brilliant goal. When you play him in the midfield, you want to have him paired with some smaller, more agile players. I had the mistake of having him right next to Patrick Vieira, which means I didn't have that outlet of a player that I can use to left stick dribble, etc. But other than that, though, I've got him down as better than two strikers. We're comparing him to strikers here, by the way, lads. We have got him down as better than Ito and Batshuayi, and we've got him as worse than Undav. Now, if you're comparing him to midfielders and you want to compare him to that Vanaken card that I did a review on yesterday, that's on the channel, I do think Vanaken is just a little bit better in the midfield, but this TOTS De Ketelaere, which once again, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, is a much better, well-rounded card, and up top can do an absolute great job. It'll be a very helpful card if you change formations depending when your defensive attacking balanced, because he can play striker, centre forward, cam, centre mid, CDM, right? He can play anywhere centrally. Fuck it, mate, chuck an anchor on him, play him as a centre back, and I'm not joking when I say this. Sure, he won't be ideal, but he'll get the job done, you know what I mean? He is a definition of Mr. Versatile. I'm going to give him a 9.7 out of 10. If you can link him in, he's a brilliant card to use. He's 120k, so it's not like he's cheap, but I do think if he can drop to around 90 to 100,000 coins, that's when you'll probably want to pick him up, lads. Hope you guys did enjoy. It's been your boy Davis, and I'll see you guys later.